duck game. Is it worth a buy? Let's read the words of the developer. Enter the futuristic year of 1984.
I'm confused already.
An age where ducks ran wild in a frantic battle of glory. Blast your friends with shotguns, net guns, mind control rays, saxophones, magnet guns and much, much more. This is Duck Game. Don't blink.
So what is Duck Game, guys? Well, it's a 4-player local or 4-player online shooty game where you are a duck and you're in these little levels that look like platform levels. It's not a platform game per se, but it does have platforms on the level, so it is a bit of a platform game. You leap around from platform to platform, and on each platform there might be a gun, there might be a bomb, there might be a trap, there might be a power-up, there could be all kinds of stuff, and you go for the first fucking gun you see and you have to shoot the other ducks. And when you die, you die. That's it. It's permadeath. You don't resurrect, you don't do anything, you're dead till the end of that level. Last man standing, there can be only one quacker. He wins, and then you move on to another level. There's 50 levels in all, and there's 50 plus weapons. It's great fun. It's very frantic fun. It's not so good with a keyboard and mouse, but with an Xbox One controller, which is what I've been using, I'm shit with a controller, and I have this bad habit of pressing Y at me. Fingers love Y. I don't know why, but why? I don't know why, but I press Y all the time, and Y throws your fucking gun away. So in the games, I'm running around actually throwing me fucking weapon away, and then some shoots me. I don't know why, but why? I love why. I love why. I love why. Why do I love why? Mac, I don't know why, but it's why. Why? Quack, quack. Mac. It's got single player mode as well, and in single player mode you have like challenges to do. I don't know how many they are, but there's a lot, and they are fun. They are great fun. Some of them are timed, some of them aren't, but actually they might all be timed. I don't know. Do I care? But at the end of the day, you just have to do little things. It'll give you instructions to say, right, you have to break into this bank and steal that. What? And you go crashing through the window and shoot every that's in there. They're all ducks. Press the quack button. It's got a great quack button. B on the Xbox controller. Wah, wah. It's so funny. It's so annoying when you're pressing it, spamming it, because everybody else can hear it that's playing in multiplayer. Great fun. The real action is in multiplayer, not so much the single player. And the multiplayer is great frantic fun. It really is. It obviously, as you can see, it's retro kind of pixel looks, which I hate with a passion. And I hate it with a passion because when I grew up, that's what games looked like. I've had my fill of that look. I grew up on it. I can understand people today with all the fancy graphics who never grew up into that saying, oh, hey, this is cool, the retro look. Yeah, but when you've been brought up in the retro look, it's like, f*** off! Is it worth £10? That's the big question. And the problem with this game is, after you've played it for 10 minutes, there's not a lot more to see. Sure, a lot of the weapons do other stuff. I mean, for example, the chainsaw, if you fire it at the floor, it'll drag you across the floor really fast. The Nerf bullets, you fire through a fire and they catch fire and set fire to people. There's a lot of neat stuff to do, but because it hasn't got a fucking manual, good luck working it all out. I mean, there's net guns and all sorts, but I don't know what the fuckers look like, because there's no fucking manual, because the developers are too fucking lazy. Like all developers now, we don't want to do a manual. F that. Give us your money. Fuck off. Honestly, when my day, you'd get a fucking encyclopedia with every game that told you everything in a box. Nice big papery. If you had constipation when you bought a Microprose game, it was alright, because the manual was so fucking thick, you'd sit on the toilet for 2 hours reading the fucking hell. What a great read. Not now. Not now. There's a game, complicated as no manual, work the fucker out yourself, give us your money. And this is one of them games where I was running around with this blue thing, didn't know what the fuck it was, trying to pull me triggers. Why isn't it firing? Probably because it's a pillow. I don't know. The graphics are so shitty you can't really see what you've got. But is it worth £10, guys? They're asking £10. It's a great fun game, but once you've played it for an hour and a half, it's kind of like, okay, yeah, that's good. Then you'll switch off and go and play something else. And then you might come back the next day. What do I want to play? I want to have a game or something. No, I'll play Duck Game. And then you go on Duck Game, and after 20 minutes, it's like, yeah, shot a few ducks, went quack quack, got shot. Oh, there's hats. You can wear different hats and unlock hats. But I'm bored with hats. Had enough of fucking hats with Team Fortress. You get bored. It's a fun game, but you get bored because it's just rinse repeat. And there's not a lot of servers, and sometimes you have to wait to find a game, and you know, it's that kind of game, and that's the problem with it. £10. I mean, you've got to look at this. You can't just say, oh, I can afford £10 and it's a fun game. What about people who can't afford £10? What about people who £10 is very precious to them? You know, they're the people I'm really talking to here. Do you want to throw that precious £10 at a game where you're going to get bored after a few hours? Well, that's up to you. I'm not going to make that decision for you. All I'm going to say is that, in my opinion, as fun as this game is, I don't think it's worth £10. I think a more realistic price would have been £6.99, but it isn't. It's £10 and not £6.99, which is a shame, because if it was £6.99, I would have said yes, it's worth a buy. But as it's £10 and not £6.99, I'm going to say it's not worth a buy. But it is a fun game, and if you do see this in the sales, get it, because you're going to have a laugh with it. You really are, if you like this insanely quick-paced shooty game. But for £10, it's just it's a couple of pound too far, unless you've got plenty of money. If you've got more money than fucking sense, you know, if you're one of these people who just sitting there with a blonde fucking bimbo on your face while you're gaming, you know what I'm saying. If you've got plenty of money, buy it. If you haven't, if money's tight, maybe wait till it's in the sale, because, you know, it's not the end of it. You're not missing out on the best game of the year or anything like that. So there you go, Duck Game. Is it worth a buy? Not at £10, it isn't.